Gurubhyo Namaha. When I think of my revered mentor, Shri Palghat Mani Iyer, I am struck by the fact that by practicing excellence, through a lifetime of practicing excellence, at a unique level all his own, he went to such an exalted place in the firmament of Carnatic music that nobody has been able to join him at that exalted place even to this day. He was the summit of Mridangam artistry. Nobody ever could or did equal or improve upon his genius or his mastery, his magic or his charisma, the range of his excellences, or the quickness of his inventiveness, and above all, the awe-inspiring, electrifying presence on the stage and off the stage. Sanskrit has had only one Kalidasa. English has had only one Shakespeare. Mridangam has had only one Palghat Mani Iyer. In the case of these luminaries I mentioned, as well as in the case of luminaries in other fields of human endeavor and achievement, in the case of Mani Iyer also, expressions such as one-of-a-kind genius, peerless, unparalleled, all-time great, these are not hyperboles. These are not mere expressions of extravagant praise of starry-eyed admirers. These are statements of fact in the case of Mani Iyer. This is very important to realize. It is important for younger musicians and music lovers who have never seen or heard him to know that when my generation speaks about these qualities of Mani Iyer, we mean those words quite literally. That's a point I wish to emphasize. What was the quintessential contribution, lasting contribution of Palghat Mani Iyer? I would say that it consists in his transforming the role of the Mridangam player from that of a passive timekeeper to that of an active, dynamic collaborator with the singer to enhance the overall effect of the concert. That, I would say, is where he has played a transforming role, and it was a seminal contribution of his. I've heard from musicians and music lovers who have heard earlier generation of Mridangam players that their approach was quite different, and it was essentially more of keeping time to help the main artist. But Mani Iyer brought in an entirely new approach. He did his dynamic collaboration through highly imaginative superimposition of rhythmic phrases on melodic phrases. The effect of these superimpositions he could greatly enhance because his mastery of the instrument was such that he could call forth any of the 7 notes at will which would be appropriate in a particular place in the song. This approach, this style came to be famously known as Mani Iyer's Mridangam playing the song itself. But I would like to emphasize that that was not the only thing he did. Though his contribution as a Mridangam artist who could reproduce the song to great effect was unique, no one could do it as effectively as he could do it. Partly because of his Sangeeta Jnanam and partly because of his comfortable dexterity with both his hands. What were the hallmarks of his style of Mridangam playing which made him the most celebrated, most scintillating Mridangam artist of his generation, who has still not been equaled, let alone surpassed? He had a variety of gifts to which he brought his own intelligence and diligence to present himself as the complete Mridangam artist with the whole range of excellences at his fingertips, literally. The first aspect that must be mentioned is his Shruti Shuddham, his Shruti Jnanam. And secondly, the fact that he could maintain consistency of Shruti Shuddham throughout most of the concert without disturbing the main artist with frequent interruptions. You can attribute this partly to the great care he bestowed without any compromises on care of the instrument, not to speak of care of his fingers. But you can also attribute it to the fact that there is an element of the hand of God at play, which ensured that even when he played in a stentorian manner the higher reaches, when the singer was singing in the higher octave, the Mridangam usually did not go off key. So that was a unique gift he enjoyed. And then the tremendous volume control that he had. He could play in a spectacular fashion at the appropriate place, but if a gentle song or a padam was being sung, you would find that the Mridangam could instantly switch and start humming along quietly, just keeping time. And in between, the range of sounds that he could produce would startle you, make you sit up, would amaze you. It will give you the gamut of emotions. It was not just rhythm that he produced on that instrument, it was music that he produced in all its glory.